one thing about Spiff, let me just get into a prequel.
Let's do it.
When I first met Spiff TV, wait a second, Ali, do you have a first memory of Spiff TV?
You know, bro, I gotta say, I don't have, I met him through you.
Legend.
Recently, so I don't have like a long-lasting relationship that I could really go into.
So, Ed, do you know Spiff TV?
Never heard, I'm sorry.
Okay, good. But I just introduced them to you from you guys' page, right?
Great.
Okay.
But what I do know of him, before ever meeting him, is that he was or is a photographer turned video director turned A&R turned fucking mogul. Like, what the fuck? Like,
exactly.
He does everything behind the scenes. I think there's even an instance where he was an A&R on an album, a director on the video, and also did the artwork. Like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So when it comes down to hustle, this guy gets it in, man. And I've watched him. I watched him from, I can't remember the year, but it's, you know, let's say at least 10 years ago, right? But more. Spiff was working with Nori at the time. And, you know, he was doing, you know, so basically I've seen him do the creative videos, right? That was going on all the blogs and World Star. He was doing that shit before all of them. He saw the vision of like, yo, let me create this content that these guys can put out. And he took that and went from Nori. Then he went to work with MMG and Rick Ross. He was actually, to me, I would say he's probably responsible for getting Ross as big as he is now.
Yeah.
Because all those visuals that you saw that was coming out from Ross, and it was like, how are they shooting these joints? They were shooting regular lifestyle shit.
Yeah.
And it was looking like $1 million videos.
And that was all Spiff.
And it was all Spiff, right?
Yeah.
So then he goes in and he's A&R.
It's in there.
Of MMG. And I've watched this. I've watched it from the sidelines, and I always salute Spiff. And talking about Spiff, here we go. We're joining him in right now.
Let's get it.
I'm glad I got to give my little prequel before he joined in, because we're just going to get right into it now.
Let's do it, bro.
The ultimate hustler. That's what Alex Todd just called him, the ultimate hustler.
And coming from Alex Todd, of all people. Come on.
And by the way, how legendary are we that Alex Todd is watching our show, by the way?
Pretty legend.
Huh? Saucey Ed?
Alex, you know, we're pretty legend because his own cousin who works with me, Mike Leo, is not watching the show.
Mike Leo's not.
And there he is, legend.
Yeah, yo, Spiff, what up, my brother?
I'm trying to.
What, you trying to get through all your collectibles?
Trying to set the. Oh.
There he is. There's the legend, the ultimate hustler. The ultimate hustler. Yeah, yo, Spiff, I was just telling them, man, like, when I first met you, it was like, you know, you was the hardest working person, but you had a vision. And that vision was through that camera that you was carrying. And, yo, you took that to, like, the ultimate. Like, you know, you my friend, so I take it for granted. I talk to you all the time, right? So it's like I take it for granted, but I just want to salute you for everything that you've done, and we got to take it to let the people know what it is to have success, right? A lot of people just watch from the sidelines, and they don't know the work we got to put in, Spiff. They don't know the blood, sweat, and tears. They don't know the hate and everything that comes with it. And we don't care about none of that neither, right? We don't care. All we care about is positive energy and success for the families. And you're one of the people that I've watched consistently grow. And I'm saying it from executive standpoint because I've watched it. And I'm telling you, I've watched you consistently grow, Spiff. And we're very proud of you, and we salute you on the East Coast, West Coast podcast.
For sure, Spiff.
No, I appreciate it. You know, it's a grind. It's not handed to you. You feel me? Like my camera I started with was a Panasonic joint, the mini DV tapes. Yep. But the little screen that you pull to the side was broken, so you couldn't see playback. I used to know how to hold it where I knew I was getting the shot right. You know, like I didn't need niggas got to look through the little thing. That shit was broke. I just would just hold it. I knew the shot. You know what I'm saying?
So you just was freestyling the whole range of it. You just knew what it was.
Work. It used to work at first, and something happened. Yo, I don't even know. I think it was crazy.
And who gave you that first camera? How'd you get that first camera?
I bought the camera, but I think it got broken because I was always good with the promoters of all the shows in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
So I always would be backstage. I always be plugged. I always be at every show. And I think I was filming a G-Unit show. And Young Buck and them took my camera. His crew. WAP took my camera. Broke it. I just remember they broke it, and I had to go get the Like I had called the promoter. The promoter was my man. He was like, he called their manager, got with their manager. Like, yo, we need that camera back. That's like one of our guys.
Wow, legend.
So I got the camera back. When I got the camera back, the fucking lens was broken.
And you still made it work. You didn't complain and say, yo, my camera's broken and I can't work today. You ain't hear that story.
That was the only camera I had. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
And so Spiff, let me ask you, before that, I seen a couple interviews about you and what you did, and I know that you used to carry records or crates for DJ Nasty when you first started. Yeah. And what year was
Nasty.
that? What year was that?
2012, shit. That's when Serato wasn't around.
Yeah,
so
pre-2012.
The reggae crate, you used to have the hip-hop crate, you used to have the crate for each fucking vibe. You know
yo, how crazy was carrying crates? We're going to have to just do a segment on crates, because if you was in the business and you saw the DJ unloading his car and you gave him a hand to bring his shit in.
Oh, you coming in the club?
Yeah. You coming in the club.
You might be in the DJ booth.
And he might play your record.
That too.
As well. So
what's crazy is I was like 16, 15 years old. I couldn't get into the club. I'm getting into all the clubs with Nasty because I'm in the booth with him. I'm bringing the DJ equipment in with him.
Now, were you carrying a camera at that time, or was it just the crates and then you figured out to get a camera?
I was doing the crate thing, and then I started taking pictures for Ozone Magazine. It's a magazine from Orlando.
Julia Beverly.
Shout out to Julia Beverly.
Shout out Julia Beverly, bro.
So Julia used to put me on and take pictures. I would take pictures, and I would go on these road trips to these events and shows. And I started seeing the access I was getting, hanging out with Lil Scrappy when he was popping at the time and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, shit, I'm going to get behind the scenes and start filming. You know, I was a fan of a Smack DVD, All Access DVD.
Yep.
So I took their blueprint and I did a Spanish one. I was with Nori. I filmed Yankee, his whole movement when that was popping.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That too. And then from there, jump from learning how to find producers and signing, and Nasty giving me game, signing producers, publishing, and all that shit.
And I remember you saying that Nasty had hooked you up or introduced you to DJ Khaled. Is that right?
Yeah, because Nasty and Khaled grew up together. Khaled's from Orlando.
Right.
He moved from New Orleans to Orlando. He went to fucking Dr. Phillips and shit like that.
And so what was that relationship like when you first met Khaled? Were you guys cool off the rip?
Yeah, Khaled stole me from Nasty pretty much. Took me to Miami, and I was with Khaled every day at his house. I would sleep over there. I had the guest bedroom. I would stay over there and just, grind it out and work with him. You can go on YouTube and see early videos like Khaled with his first Bentley 4-door.
Are you in shock of where Khaled's come from? He's come a long way from there.
He's grinding.
Or did you expect it?
He was always grinding and hustling in people's face. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Khaled was also a hardworking person. Yo, is that you know what they always say? People that you're around is what you become, right? So Khaled's the ultimate hustler too. Let's salute him on that as well.
Yeah,
Did you pick that up from him?
His hustle, his persistence. I was around for when he put his first. He did his first mixtape. This Ain't a Movie, where he was getting verses and freestyles on songs from all the different artists and shit. He got My Desert Eagle. I think it was was it Tone Sunshine? He was doing everything. He was getting records. It was his prequel to doing his big records, what he does now.
It was his birthday vibe. That's where I think it started from for him.
His birthday, the temple. His birthday was crazy. That's the first time I heard Hustlin' was the first time he broke it and played it there. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that night when I first heard
Yeah,
Hustlin'.
in Miami. And
when I first ever heard
Ross
it.
and E-Class and them was putting up the posters that night, like their shit. Like,
Crazy.
you know, E-Class and Po' Boy, the king of promotions.
Salute E-Class.
Source Awards event. You see them niggas with the rap trucks and 100 niggas in Po' Boy shirts with picket signs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're vibing with Khaled. How long does that go on for, like that period?
I mean, it goes on for a few years, you know what I'm saying? Then off and on, I go back to Orlando, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Khaled will do his thing, and I ended up going do my thing. Then Ross picked me back up. I don't know whenever the Super Bowl was in Jacksonville, is like when Ross called me to go over there, and that's when we filmed Mafia Music. That's when he
found who were the producers that you found the producers that made Mafia Music, right?
The Incredibles.
That's
they
crazy.
produced Mafia Music. I gave a beat
to them.
to Nasty and E-Class, and they put that out. And then
did that instantly turn you into an A&R at Maybach?
Yeah, well, learning it right there. Then, you know, at the time I was just doing video shit, but I would always find beats. I would always be the guy to bring beats to the table. So, giving Ross Mafia Music, then I directed the video. We shot 2 videos that same day and edited it in Ross's house. We stayed up all day and all night editing that shit, and then he dropped it, and it was on.
I want to make it very clear, Spiff, bro, like, Ross was a phenomenon when he came out. Like, ain't no question about it, even here on the West Coast. Like,
remember, it took 12 years for Ross to go. Yeah, he had took 12 years for him to get in.
But bro, I'm gonna tell you what did it for us. The visuals. He had imagery like nobody else. Like, he portrayed the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at all the old videos.
It's crazy.
From Deeper Than Rap and from fucking Teflon Don, because what's crazy is at the time, I shot Mafia Music with like a better camera, Panasonic, but there was an adapter that lets you put film lenses onto the digital camera. It was called a lettuce adapter. So I would have like a Nikon. I'll have the Nikon lens and a Zeiss lens on my thing, and it'll give it that film look.
That texture, that vibe.
Yeah. So that's what I did. That's what I did Mafia Music with. And then when the DSLR camera first came out, the Canon, that's when the game changed, because we were shooting everything. If there was a lobby at a hotel that we were doing the show, it looked fly, I'd be like, yo, stand right here. We could get a good shot right here. We were stealing shots and shooting shit guerrilla.
And that's what I could tell. I'm like, yo, he is stealing every shot, but it looks like $1 million every time.
You didn't go to school.
That camera came out.
You didn't go to school for this shit, did you?
Say again?
I said, you didn't go to school for filmmaking, did you?
No, nothing school. I went, like, you know, my boys went to Full Sail shit. But
school of experience.
Yeah. Self-made shit. But when that camera came out, it changed the game, because you didn't need, with that camera, you could be in low light and that you crank the ISO up and it will be bright as fuck and you're good. So we started shooting everything. If you look like I think it's the intro or the Deeper Than Rap intro, some shit. We stopped at the side of the highway. Ross got a silk shirt on. It's blowing in the wind, and we shooting in front of his Aston Martin and shit. That shit looked like a movie.
Yeah, you know it did. It did.
And
man.
Ross was always legend, because he always would have 4 outfits. Like, it didn't matter. He had looks all day. You know, he would switch up just to switch up.
Yo, you want to hear something crazy? He was killing the videos so hard, right? And it's like, I know what it takes to do the shit, and I know how to wrangle the artist. But how was it working with Ross? Like, he had to cooperate with you, right? He was cooperating.
It was funny. If you pick up Ross's book, The Hurricane, he talks about it, how we was just, you know what I mean, like how we were fucking the game up, because 50 of them was thinking that we were spending so much money, like, battling him with the disses, when it was just us internally, me shooting music videos. Anywhere we was at, we were shooting videos.
Yeah.
We'd go to New York and shoot a disc video in the Bronx and go everywhere.
That's crazy.
It was crazy because, remember, like, it was Lord Tariq, they had a little vibe going with a crew in, like, the BX. It was like Lord Tariq, a couple other rappers, and 50 was kind of like endorsing them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went and shot that video, a disc video in Castle Hill, and we put them in the video.
Wow.
And that shit ended all that shit fast.
Wow. Yo, that was an ugly... I don't want to say it was ugly.
50 didn't come to Miami and come shoot videos. Nah, nigga, we went to New York and shot videos all day. It was like, what's
or
up?
LA. That's about it.
We shot in LA too, everywhere.
Yeah. But one thing that I gotta say though is that the consistency is what made it with that whole situation. Like that's why I was telling Ali earlier.
Future say it too. Future's like Spiff, like y'all changed the game, shooting the videos and cranking them out.
Yeah, I'm
then
telling you.
You did.
Everybody had a videographer.
Yo, you did, Spiff. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
you
but
did
everybody
do that.
had to step their game up after looking at those Ross videos, bro. It just wasn't shot the same. You know what I mean?
No,
it was just a movie. Everything was a movie.
The first opportunity, then after that, then Ross gave me my first budget. I think it was like 25 grand. I shot I'm Not a Star. I'm Not a Star.
Yeah.
Somebody lied. You know what I'm saying? I shot that shit. I was just looking at that shit. That shit is dope.
Yo, can I just tell a story real quick?
Yeah, come on.
I'm sorry, yo. You know what? I know I'm supposed to interview you, but I just gotta tell the story, yo. So he's doing all these videos, right? They look like $1 million videos that he's doing, right? And I'm like, Spiff is killing it right now, right? And I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. Me and Nori, at the time, this is Nori's comeback, right? He had the record with Pharrell, and we stood there the whole night to get Lil Wayne, right? So we finally get Lil Wayne's verse, and then we both looked at each other and say, yo, Spiff got to shoot this video, right?
Yeah.
And we did it.
And yo, we killed it. Like I'm telling you, like when he came, he had, and shout out to Sway, because Sway's his producer and works with him. He's also my brother as well, just like Spiff. But these guys, I was so proud of them, and you know, they didn't rape me. Pause. You know, they treated me like family at the same time.
Of course, like,
but the video still looked like $1 million.
Yeah,
because his name behind it, bro.
We just tell them like, nah, listen, this is what the lighting gonna cost. I can't do nothing about it, but that's what the lighting. You know what I'm saying? When it comes, I just gave it to you how it is. When it comes to people asking me to shoot video now, it costs a lot to get to achieve that look. I gotta get certain people like.
And one thing with Spiff is that he has leather skin, I think it's made out of leather, because to deal with these artists and nothing gets him mad. You don't see him get angry. You don't see him lose his cool.
You know the stress of the day of the video. You know, Ross would stress you out the most because he'll want a certain shot a certain way. We're like, man, how are we going to do that? We didn't talk about that shot. It's not in the treatment.
He wants the helicopter.
All niggas want to change the treatment the day of the video. Like, yo, we can't. How you want to do that? We can't do that, bro.
Yeah, now sometimes you got to reel the artists in, man. But I could tell that you had cooperation from Ross in doing all that stuff, because y'all was just churning them out.
And even before that, like one of my first videos I think ever was Nori shit I shot in fucking with Big Mato, True Life, and Veneno, and N.O. I shot that video. That was one of my first opportunities to go shoot. And
how did you get with N.O.? Sorry, let me just get it, because I met you with Nori. So, but like, how did you get with Nori?
Because one of my cousins in Orlando know N.O. good, and they plugged me together, and then from there we just clicked, and it was good. You know
because of your work ethic.
I would go to New York and sleep in the Hood Lab, like. I'll be in the Hood Lab office sleeping.
The Hood Lab was also a hotel as well at the same time, if you didn't know.
Right.
It was funny because it's like block away from Madison Square Garden type shit. Like,
yeah. You know, I went and I met with Nori a few times up there, and yo, it was.
He had Mariah Carey in the Hood Lab. Like,
it was literally like on Madison Avenue, the most expensive neighborhood in New York. But it's the hoodest studio you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, it feels like it was like in the 9th Ward or something.
No, you feel like you might get shot in the studio.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how you feel.
Vibes.
But yo, the records that came out of there.
Sleeping on that couch, I used to just be like, not trying to touch nothing on the couch. Who knows what was on that couch?
Yeah, struggle couch, struggle sofa.
Yeah. It was like COVID-17 was on that
COVID-17, yeah, right.
Rona.
And so let me ask you, so what year now? Okay, so then you're with Ross.
Yeah, I'm bad with years.
Forget years.
The NO shit was like fucking when he dropped what was the video he dropped where Big Mato played like the basketball player. He was all sweaty and the lawyer went into his belly. Ali, do you remember that one?
I can't remember the name. I know the video.
It was a Pharrell joint, the beat. Is it Finito? Nah.
No. Finito was the one we shot. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember.
Just turn it on you.
I can't remember it.
Stupid rap on that one.
You know what? I didn't bring my laptop here today.
Was Legends? I remember when I saw you with X, and you're like, "Yo, this is Spiff. This is X. Yo." He does the crazy videos. X like, "Yeah, let's do a video." I'm like, he's like, "You gonna really do?" I'm like, "Yeah, nigga. Well, of course. What you want to do?" You remember it was at Summer Arena? We saw him. We was like, "Yo, he's gonna do it for you. He's with it. He's hyped."
Yeah.
And
then we never did that yet, right? We still didn't do that. It's gonna happen. Sometimes things take about a dozen years.
Or so.
You gotta have patience for that shit, man. Hey, yo, Spiff, look. So, do you think that it was everything you did in the early days of reggaeton, right? Because it was like up until reggaeton came out, it was either Latin music or which it was more like salsa, merengue. And look, I'm not an expert in this, but it wasn't no rap, right? And then
they had rap, but it wasn't. It was like, that old school style. It was different, like the reggae. It didn't really cross over till Boy Wonder, Nori started doing that shit. Then Nori did his One Fan a Day Spanish album where he had Oye Mi Canto on it. It had all the reggaeton guys on it.
One of the biggest songs ever.
Ever in the Latin shit.
And from early on, did you decide that you were going to connect the hip hop in the Latin market, or was it something that came later on?
Yeah, because I'm Latin and I'm in the industry, and there's not many of us that were in it like that. So I always wanted to bridge that gap, like what Nori was doing. You know what I'm saying? And then started working on my project, and putting Ross with Yankee and putting all these guys together.
Now,
and then
is it true that Anuel signed to Maybach? Was that his first signing?
It wasn't signed to Maybach. Since I was Maybach, he was signed to me, but he repped it. You feel me? Like, it's our tree. Like,
yeah, that was early. That was early on. You had some vision. You had some vision right there.
Yeah, like 5-6 years ago.
Hey, Moses, eat shit, bro. Who gives a shit? Thank you.
No, listen, a lot of people think that
eat shit.
This industry is like, people always ask me, and Spiff, I know they ask you all the time. They're like, "Yo, man, help me out. Yo, put me on." How? How can I put you on? Did you ever get that, Spiff? I mean, look, if you don't bring value, where do you belong in this game?
I tell niggas, like, get with somebody, lock in with an artist, shoot. Like, I'm still not on yet where I can be like, all right, niggas, everybody's gonna get a check.
Here, I'm gonna give everybody a check. You know how hard that is? Come on, man. I'm trying to look for a check right now. I'm trying to still stay on.
Yo, Johnny boy, can you please send me that hard drive? I've been asking one of my partners and friends. I sent him a hard drive on April 16th, and what's today? Like April 28th, and he still hasn't sent it.
Johnny boy, that's unacceptable.
Johnny boy, unacceptable.
Come on, Johnny boy.
You vice president Po Boy, you vice president at fucking FOM. Can you send me shit?
No, he's busy. He's busy as hell. He's busy as hell.
Super busy.
Yeah, COVID-19. Jeez.
Yo, it's so crazy that you telling me like 2010. It feels like I've known you for 20 years already, but you've had such a rich career in a short time, man. Like,
I mean, it's long. You feel me? Like,
what was the biggest hurdle you had to go through? What was your biggest challenge?
But even now, like, I signed to Sony Latin for my album to come out. I put Bad Bunny on his first big record with the first big record Bad Bunny ever did was.
He must have got a phone call.
Nori calling me. Nori, check in on the check-in. Yeah, he just called. But
he just threw us off.
He threw a whole Ugandan off.
This is how it goes on this show, man.
Hey, Spiff, you was on the Kardashian show?
Yeah, because at the time, you know what I mean, I'm working with French A&R, and he's dating Chloe. So I was there for their first date, and we on the show.
I like Chloe a lot. She's one of my favorite Kardashians. She is my favorite Kardashian.
I was the first nigga to bring a Kardashian to Orlando. She came to my birthday party.
That's
Legend
crazy. Is that the
shit.
birthday with the wrestling ring in the middle?
No, that was when WrestleMania was in Orlando. I had another birthday party. I had friends, Chloe, Chinks, De La Ghetto. I had everybody there.
Rest in peace, Chinks. Hey, yo, Spiff, you always been big on the wrestling, man. Tell
So
me.
back to you, yeah, not to cut you off, we go back to wrestling. So Future did a hook for me. I put Anuel and Bad Bunny together on a record, and that was the first feature with a big artist, was Future. And I was thinking through Sony. Then I dropped another record with Chris Brown and Prince Royce through Sony. And then the president that signed me left to Interscope. So he left me in limbo over there.
Left you hanging, like how they do.
So I finally just got off with Sony.
Congrats.
So now I can drop my shit, so...
And by the way, I've seen your album. It's like an album of singles.
Yeah.
This guy has like heat rocks that you won't even believe, man.
And that's the biggest headache too, Ali. Is like, niggas will record a verse for you, no problem, but when it's time to fucking clear a record, it's like a headache, my nigga. It's the biggest headache in America. And these fans don't get it. These fans think you just drop music.
No, it's so much to go through it. And then also it's one thing, like if, Ross will do a record for you or somebody else will do a record for you, but then the manager kicks in and then somebody else kicks in and this guy has these thoughts and the game is just... nothing is easy, right? So if you see something come to fruition all the way through, just know that people broke their necks to do that.
Yeah.
Like it was not easy.
No, get back to your wrestling, yeah. So like I've been always infusing the wrestling because I'm a wrestling fan. Like if you see like WrestleMania, their main theme song was The Weeknd, and I'm I
made that happen.
I plugged because The Weeknd's manager is a big wrestling fan, so I plugged them up and. So ever since then, they've been a part of a lot of shit. So like, and then I put Ric Flair. I got Ric Flair for Bad Bunny's music video.
Now, how did that relationship? With the XO guys start? Like, how did you end up going out to Toronto and all that?
Back in the day, with Coke Boys and shit, Cash has always been, down with French and the movement, and he's always doing this shit. Belly from fucking Canada. They've always been doing their thing out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So when they crossed over, they never switched up when they got hot. Like them, 1,000%. Those my brothers.
Mm.
Real shit.
Got it.
Wow, honestly, I think my mind just went back to the last question where I was like, "What was your biggest hurdle?" And so you telling me like the clearing the records is the hardest part?
Yeah, man. There's niggas that with Future. Never no problem. That motherfucker clears this shit, no headache. I give you like out of all the people I deal with, even my brothers, like Future always clears shit for me, no headache.
That's
like,
love.
Nothing. It's done.
That's love. Because at the end of the day, it's one phone call.
Come on.
Yeah, like I did the first like reggaeton trap record was Future and Yandel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like before anybody was doing that shit.
And now Latin trap, it's its own genre, right? Like,
yeah, it's big.
Do you feel responsible for that? I think you are.
Discovering Anuel, and he's like the fucking,
biggest.
You know what I mean?
Yo, listen to me. Anuel, I remember when Spiff had him. It was just years and years in the making, by the way. But I remember when he got him, I was like, okay, I like this guy's voice. He's nice. He got a, delivery. Then he blew up like fucking, like the TNT, man. This guy was like a nuclear bomb.
It took 5 years for him to pop off, too. I remember...
What was the record that popped off for you? What was the time where you said, fuck, we made it?
Sola and this record with Nelson. But, like, I was taking meetings at Universal, and them niggas didn't want to give me $75,000 to sign him.
Wow.
And when them same niggas turned around, they trying to give him $10 million. I was like, You're stupid. I was like, who's your boss? Because I want to tell your boss, look at this email. I've been trying to get him to sign with y'all for years, and y'all eating shit now.
He's a fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Latin market is crucial.
Even recently, there was money like 10 M's on the table, and them niggas slept on it. Now they had to double back and give him 60. So it's like, what the fuck?
Salute to 60.
Salute to 60.
Yeah.
That's legend.
Nah, but like that's the thing. A lot of times, they followers. They
want analytics.
That's it. And there's no. So by the time there's analytics, what the fuck I need you for? If I already got to analytics, I don't need a label. Not in 2020.
Well, I mean, you gotta still like believe in this shit. Like me and my boys and all these other guys, they're signing up everything. I'll be like, damn, you signed this key. He only got like nothing followers. Yeah, let's get it.
You know what? They just don't want to be
everything.
wrong. They don't want to be wrong no more. So they're using their bank. You know, big bank take little bank. It's the same thing. And you get these labels that's making so much money now off of their back catalogs that's streaming. They got all the money in the world. So it's like an indie person. It's hard to compete. But one thing they can't do the way that we do it, Ali and Spiff, is we see shit what it could be.
Right, ahead of time.
You know, so like that little advance notice is what, you know, either you fuck with an artist or you don't. So if I could see how you're going to look when I do what I do to you versus where's your analytics?
Rob G in the building. What's up, Whoa? It's my guy.
What up, Rob?
Whoa.
Rob G's legend too. That's one of my artists. That's my brother.
Rob G, I've been seeing his records.
I got it as soon as he came out of jail. He got on. I was able to put him on and plug him in. Like, I think he's the only artist in Orlando to have a platinum record.
Wow.
Now, recently, RIA certified.
He said, me and Spiff made each other rich as fuck. I love that.
That's my guy.
I love that. Rob G. Rob G, I got to talk to you now. I like how you talking.
There we go.
Now we got to get you on.
That's the story.
Hey, Ali, we got to get Rob G's in movies. He's good at acting, all that shit. Like,
Nah, I can't wait to meet him, man. This corona shit slowed everything up for us, man. We were supposed to catch up together a couple of months ago until they canceled our meeting.
we were supposed to. We had meetings with Overbrook and
Will Smith,
Shit.
and all of a sudden they canceled it because of corona.
They canceled because of corona. We were like, damn, they canceled. Like, they was ahead of the game. I get shout out to Will Smith and Overbrook. They was ahead of the game.
They got that insider info.
Yeah, yo, listen, I was telling Spiff because I had meetings lined up and stuff, and I was like, yo, you got to come out here. And then I seen that thing happen with them, and I'm like, wait a second, what type of friend am I to make Spiff fly out here to take some meetings with some people?
Yeah.
No, but what's legend is what plug did they have that is like, yeah, you're not going.
Yeah, Will talked to Oprah. Yeah. Oprah talked to Obama. they went down the line.
They had the shit early. They dipped early.
Yeah, man, they knew.
Yeah, it was super early, and I took heat from that. Like, I seen what they did, and I was like, wait a second. I was like, this is the Miami Film Festival. They just ducking right now, real quick.
Where are you at right now, Spiff? Where you at? Are you in the lab or?
Yeah, I'm in my theater room.
That's what's
Hey, yo, by the way, a lot of people.
Still working?
Yeah. Like, I've been working on my Call of Duty skills.
Oh, Spiff, we got to get on. I just downloaded it. We got to get on one time.
Let me find out you know how to play.
I mean, I get about 18, 20 kills of the game. I'm in there. I'm not in the 50 range.
E-gaming is huge. You know, Clinton Sparks is a part of that
FaZe Clan.
world too.
Big time. I got to catch up with Clinton Sparks too, man. We got
the FaZe, that clan.
Yeah, FaZe Clan. That's like the biggest gaming group in the world.
You know, Clinton Sparks been bringing like, you know, a lot of hip hop investors and shit. Shit is big.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
Yeah, you know what? I've been meaning to catch up with Clinton Sparks, so we gotta get him on too, because he also just saw the gaming world early.
He has a book or something coming out like tips how to get in the industry and work and shit. You gotta get him on here.
No, we're gonna get him on. I'm gonna call him in the morning. You see what Ali's doing over there?
I'm burning sage because I can't smoke weed.
He's over here inhaling sage. I don't know, but
it's calming me down from not having weed.
But I hear like the sage like gets rid of the corona vibe.
I mean, you know,
I don't know, but hey, I'm happy we have it. I'm happy it's in here. Hey, yo, Spiff, a lot of people don't know, man. You're a super collector. You're a super collector.
Yeah, let's go around right now.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. Because listen, my guy, I'll talk to him. He's like, I'm bidding on something right now. What are you bidding on? I'm bidding on Ghost's suit.
No. What I told you, I got Ghost's suit, but what was I telling you I was going to get?
John Wick's. John Wick's suit. That's the one.
Legend.
That's his suit right there.
Shout out Jesse Terrero.
John Wick's suit. Yeah. Legend.
Hey, yo, Spiff, you killed me with that. I was like, what are you going to do with John Wick's suit?
Wear it, nigga.
He said,
my theater room is black. I got to put him in another spot. He kind of blends in, but you feel me? It's just... all
That's
kinds
legend,
of crazy stuff.
Who the fuck owns
But,
John Wick's suit?
Look
Yeah.
at all the
Fury. So we go
wow.
to the movie Fury. You got Shia LaBeouf's face when they blew his face off. That's like the prosthetic he wore.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
What
got
made you?
rifles from Fury.
Hold on.
I just like movies. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I see you got the rifles. Are those real rifles?
What's your biggest collectible?
these are all made of. These are rubber. They're like you know,
Movie
the
shit.
extras will hold the rubber gun.
And what's your most precious collectible?
Let's see. Well, I don't know. Like I got Leonidas's head from 300.
What?
Get out of here.
Yeah, from the second movie.
Sparta.
I sent it off so it can get like, you know what I mean? Like
Refurbished?
I got not refurbished, but put like displayed right. You got rubber guns. You got fucking from this is this is Captain Kirk from the remake movie when he was a baby. Kind of spooky.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
you got all kinds of. You got this from Priest. This big old shit right here.
My God.
And Spiff, like, how do you find these things, man?
They have auctions, and you just, you know, you hustle, and then some people you know that, you know, work in the movies and shit. I got Django's handgun up there, the revolver.
Yeah, we
Jamie
can't see
Foxx.
it. It's too dark.
Yeah, it's too darkness.
We'll trust you. We'll trust you on it. We know you got
Yeah,
it.
we got faith.
It's too much. It's too much. It's just.
It's legendary, and I don't want to blow up the project that you're working on, that we're working on, but it has to
we
do
got
with
some dope
collectibles.
shit, yeah.
It has to do with collectibles, and let me tell you, more people than you know, Ali, have collectibles.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a whole crazy world, man, and I want to get into it, but it's just like, you know, I move too much. I don't stay in the same place, man. Every few years, I move to another state. That's just how I get down. I don't know, like.
That's your vibe, for real.
Yeah, like I get tired. Like I've lived in a lot of states, man. I mean, New York, of
But
course.
LA's gonna be your.
Oh, you know, LA, I'm looking for a house. I'm looking to get a house in
Yeah,
LA.
it's over.
Oh, yeah, I love LA. They got me. This guy right here is responsible for that, right here. But they got me in LA. They got me.
Yeah, man.
It's just the weather, right? And then
It's the opportunity, really, is what it is.
And then one thing, when you look at it in LA, it's LA. Like, just look, you go on the 101 and look on either side of the highway, and nothing but rows and rows of multi-million-dollar houses that's filled with multi-millionaires all the way down, up and down, east, west, north, south. It's the most millionaires in one place. I gotta say, like,
Easily.
New York has a lot of millionaires too, but it's much more quiet.
Yeah.
New York,
Jesse
you'll have a
Terrero
brownstone.
on the check-in.
Jesse Terrero, what up, my brother?
Legend.
You know, like
Yeah, you know.
back and forth.
But anyway, yeah, LA got me, man. LA got me. So Spiff, you know, we know we're not like an interview type of show, but we had to ask you these questions because, you know, this is what the fans want to know. But what I want to know is, we like stories, man. And, you know, the whether it's war stories from the road, whether it's the craziest time you've had, or something that you can share. We don't want to go too crazy. We don't want to have anybody coming for us, but I know you got to have something.
This legend shit. What was I saying?
Look, I'm getting ready. I'm stretching out my feet. I'm ready for it.
Right now, I'm trying to think. There's some stories. What was it? Oh, Fat Joe just interviewed Jeezy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were
Was that Nori?
Nori again.
Nori again?
right. So Fat Joe was interviewing Jeezy, and he was asking him how he felt about, you know, at the time they wasn't fucking with each other, they were beefing, and BMF had came out, and then he was like, Styles P, I accidentally sent the beat to Styles P. He was never supposed to be on BMF.
And he bodied it.
Because at the time I discovered Lex Luger, right? Lex Luger would send me beats.
Wow.
He don't name them. He just puts 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 22, 32,
I hate
all
that shit.
numbers. So there was like a bunch of them that were 11s, and 11 was one of them was BMF. And I sent the wrong one to Styles P. Then when he sent it back, it was like, just the wrong beat. But he bodied it. I was like, Ross, I could just have him remake a beat and we could just take him off of it. He was like, nah, he bodied it. Let's keep it. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up keeping it. And
wow,
it's crazy. If I would have never sent a beat, Styles P would have never been on that record.
Yo, I always wondered, how did Styles P get on that record?
Yeah, of all people.
It didn't add up. Like when you listen to
But he bodied it.
he killed it.
Nah, he killed it. We keeping him. I was like,
Yeah, Styles ain't no joke though. Well, you know.
But it wasn't for that. It wasn't for that record. Like we had another record we were gonna get him on, and it's just the way fate.
He killed
that's how it happened.
Yeah. Wow. I'm glad you picked that story because BMF was one of my favorite Raw songs, and I
A&R'd and discovered that beat too. Like you know what I'm saying from MC Hammer, 9 Piece, BMF. You know what I'm saying? A lot of records.
Killed that, Spiff, man. Yo, I'm just so excited that we got a lot of more history to make together, and you're an inspiration, man. And I hope everybody that watches and listens to the show just understands that, we're trying to motivate. That's the whole reason why we bringing on our friends and our behind the scenes people and the people that's making real moves to motivate. Because even especially at this time, this is probably the worst time we've been going through in history, in our history, history, right?
Never been.
So it's like we gotta get out of this, man. And it's like we just want to inspire people and just get out of this, get out of the shell, and be uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's my saying. And go the extra mile.
But it's good to have this platform, you know what I mean, to speak and to give everybody their flowers now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had a call today with the team, so I'm gonna have a new cut to pitch.
I can't wait to see it. I spoke to everybody.
So we're gonna
have the movie?
We're gonna have a cut for the vibe to pitch it.
Mm-hmm.
If they like we with it, then we could do the
final
whole thing
cut.
like
Smart.
that.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So when will we have that cut? The first cut.
You gonna tell us what you're talking about?
We just gonna keep the anticipation going, Ali. I'll tell you. I'll tell you offline. But we working on something
You having
big.
a conversation online, though. So.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay.
It's
okay.
It's a legend play. It's a legend play. I get it.
And let me tell you something about my brother, man. He's A1 since day one with me. Period.
So man. Look, Spiff came to my studio a couple months.
Legendary.
Yeah,
I can't wait to go. I can't wait to lock in and.
Yeah, that's
easy. Like a week.
Easy. But when you came here, bro, you went straight upstairs and you were like, "I'm gonna show you guys something." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm expecting you to push play."
Too.
I was expecting you to push play on a trailer, a little itty bitty trailer. He pushed play on this 2-hour movie.
That was
I
legend.
sat through the whole shit. That shit was legend, bro.
So from that day, we just locked it in, finalizing it now. Rob G, his song is the main trailer for the movie. So I ended up scoring the movie. I got some placements in the song, I ended up doing a lot of shit. That's coming. Yeah, that's coming strong.
Yeah.
So what's legendary is that when you see it, you're gonna be like, I seen that. That shit is amazing.
Yeah. No, I love the effects in that movie. We're not gonna blow it up neither.
Yeah, legendary shit. But
hey yo, Spiff, do you know Saucey Ed?
Hi, Saucey Ed, dímelo.
Yo, so Saucey
Pleasure
Ed,
to meet you.
Saucey Ed is a classically trained
Oh yeah.
In musical theater
in the Ukraine. And Ukrainian, yes. So then when I met him working with Saucey and Jim Jones, and he started talking, I said, "Yo, Ed, your voice is crazy, my guy. Like, do a drop for me."
Opera voice style, like.
Yeah. So he's gonna. This is what we do at the end of the episode. We always have Ed sing a song. So he's gonna sing it with you here. But look, listen to me.
Listen. Yo, the sauces don't do edible vibes yet. What's up? I need to do mine.
Yeah, they got the lean. They got the
they got the lean. I got you. I'm gonna send a kit to you. We're gonna send a kit. We're gonna get you taken care of.
But I want to do gummy vibes. Like
we'll talk offline. Don't worry.
No. Yo, I just bought some really, really good gummies, Spiff. I got you. And these are like you could take 1 or 2 or 3 as much as you feel. It's like micro dosing. Micro dosing with edibles is the shit.
Absolutely. Shout out, Bernie. Shout out.
For sure.
Yo, Spiff,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Well, back in the days when edibles was like cowboys and Indians out here, I used to buy like one cookie, a little tiny cookie, and be like, oh, this is nothing. I'll body it. Next thing you know, it's like I'm on heroin.
Bro, they gave me like a pill one time. Ross gave me a pill. That was in the studios with Swiss, and like Ross would fake like he was gonna jump on me. I'm like, yo, don't kill me, please. Like, I was tripping. I was tripping in the studio. Yo.
Crazy, man. But yo, Spiff, I want to thank you for taking the time to be with us today. And you know, this is not the last time. This is the first time that you're coming on, and I appreciate you a lot. And with no further ado. First of all, do you have anything you want to leave the people with before Saucey Ed does his thing? Do you have a message for the people?
No, Saucey Ed, and you gave him that name?
Oh yeah, his name is Ed
You gave
Edward,
Saucey Ed,
but now
Saucey
we
Ed that
named
name?
him Saucey Ed. Yeah, now we named him Saucey Ed.
Sponsored.
Yep, exactly.
Yo, just y'all,
And with
y'all
no
get out
further
there, hustle,
ado.
though. Yeah.
With no further ado, Saucey Ed.
Yo! Sorry, it's in
До
Russian.
свидания.
Когда простым и нежным взором ласкаешь ты меня, мой друг, необычайным цветным узором земля и небо вспыхивают вдруг. Веселье час и боль разлуки хочу делить с тобой всегда. Давай пожмем друг другу руки и в дальний путь на долгие года. Мы так близки, что слов не нужно нам повторять друг другу вновь, что наша нежность и наша дружба сильнее страсти, больше, чем любовь. Веселье час вернется снова, вернешься ты, и вот тогда давай дадим друг другу слово, что будем вместе, вместе навсегда.
Saucey Ed.
До свидания.
До свидания, до побачення in Ukrainian.
Yeah.
До побачення.
Hey, yo, Spiff, thank you, man, for taking the time with us, man. You're a legend.
What's funny, I forget what movie, if it's Italian Job, he's like, one thing you don't mess with is motherfreaking Ukrainians.
Yeah, this is really his show. We're just the co-hosts.
Yeah, we just his mascots.
And
We're his
I'm-
mascots.
guys, and I'm glad you joined me. On,
Yeah,
on this
of
All
course.
show.
right, now we got you. We come every time you come.
Yes,
We can't wait for
All right,
we
my
can't wait for
brothers,
you to
love.
blend. We can't wait for you to blend the Ukrainian vibes with the Latin vibes whenever you're ready, Spiff.
we need him in a movie singing like in some little bar while somebody gets knocked off.
No,
I'm
we're gonna
with it.
get him. We're gonna get him. He's with us. He's good.
That song right there is like a mob hit happening.
Oh, it's an old song, probably like.
Yo, I love how this guy's mind works. Do you see that? Do you see that's why he's a genius or no?
Yeah, of course.
He just said that
You already
song
set the
is a
scene.
mob
You
hit.
set the scene.
That's it.
Do you see that in your brain? Somebody in a dirty, dusty bar
Yes,
that
yes.
starts playing and they're coming to get hit.
And then like 7 people die while he's singing the
While
song.
he's still playing the piano. Oh man, much love,
All right, my
Spiff.
brothers.
Hey, yo, Spiff, salute to you, man. Much love to you, and we'll speak to you soon. And thank you again.
Much love, much love. Take care.